Hello there folks, and thanks for joining me once again. And this fly today I'm going to tell you is just a simple little nymph pattern. I got one of my books there. It's the American Fly Tying Manual, and it's just a searching nymph pattern. And I was scrolling through the flies, and I don't think I've seen this one tied yet. Anyone tie this one? So I thought I'd choose this one. It might be something a little different you haven't seen. It's just simply called the gray nymph. It's just a couple materials. Well, lead wire for the body, the muskrat fur with the guard hairs for the, or rather, lead wire under the body, then muskrat fur for the body, and some hen grizzly hackle for the tail and collar. And it's a simple little fly. And I like to tie these simple flies for you, and that do catch fish. So we'll get this guy the vise, fresh hook in, and get started. Now I'm using a Mustad 3906B nymph or wet fly hook here, and I'm tying it on a size 12. So we'll get that locked down in the vise here. Okay, now the first thing we'll do is put our 0.15 lead wire on here. We're going to put about 10 to 12 wraps on the middle of the shank, so we'll do that first. Get that filled in there. Okay, that should be 12 wraps. And I'll snip the other end off. Alright, now squeeze that together and center it in the middle of the shank here. Alright, and for thread I'm using some gray UTC 70 denier this time around. So we'll start that right in front of the lead here. A couple wraps. Then we'll just go over top, work to the back. And we'll build a little dam in the back as well to secure that down well. And once I get that, we'll stop just above the barb. And I'll snip off our tag end of thread. Now for the tail, it's just some soft hen grizzly hackle fibers here. So I'm going to pinch off a small amount for the tail. And you want your tail to be about, didn't like that clump there, so I'll grab another bunch. About hook shank length usually on these. So I'm going to tie that in, pinch that down. Just like so there. And I'll wrap that towards the lead, and then we'll stop and trim off the excess. Alrighty. Okay, next is to put our body on. And I'm going to take a little dubbing wax this time for the muskrat fur. Put a little wax on the thread here, just to help bind that on there good. And when you use your if you got your muskrat dubbing, you want to keep the guard hairs in. It says the dubbing to make sure you keep the guard hairs in, so it gives a little buggy look. So we'll dub that on, and you want to try to get a little taper going towards the eye. So I'll get a little dubbing noodle started here. Just like so. Okay. Alright. And we'll wrap this on, see if that'll do it for us. We may have to put a little more. Back towards the tail, and then we'll go forward. And we'll try to get that little bit of taper there, as you can see. And I'm going to need a little bit more. And don't worry about the guard hairs, just leave those in. That's what it says to do. And I'll grab a little bit more dubbing. Here, like so. Don't need a whole lot more, folks. Alrighty. Another very simple pattern here. Just want to show this one to you in case you haven't seen it. Alright, so next step is to attach our hackle, and I have a hen grizzly hackle here off my hen cape. Sized it for number 12. Alrighty. Okay. So we'll get that tied in here. Just like so, and I wrap forward. I like to fold them stems back. Just keeps that from slipping out on you. Locks it in there nice and tight. Then I'll snip out that little hackle stem there. Once I get a hold of the little bugger, I will. There we go. Alright, secure it down well. Move to behind the eye with the thread. Now I'll take my little plunger pliers here and attach those on, and we'll begin to wrap our hackle towards the eye. These are a little bit fragile, these hen hackles. They may It may break on me, but we'll see here. And we'll fold each wrap back as we go. And I want 4 to 5 wraps there on the front. Okay, just like so. Now I'll come up around, tie that off. Okay, a couple wraps behind. Then we'll secure it in front, wrapping back to lock that hackle tip in place. And I'll just come in and snip that it with my scissor points here. There we go. Alright, our last step is to swipe that back. And we're going to build a little head and wrap back as we go to get our hackle fibers to sweep back towards the rear. And we'll just form a nice neat little head on them like so. And there we have it. Simple as that. A very simple pattern to tie. It's just one of those nymphs when there's nothing going on. You can tie it on and throw it out there and see what happens. Alright, next is a whip finish to finish this guy off. So I'll do a 4 or 5 turn whip on him here. Just flatten my thread out a little bit. Alrighty. There we go. Snug that knot down, seat it well. And I'll come in and snip off with my snip here. And there we have it. Next I'm going to take some the Solar Rose bone dry here. Put a little bit on those thread wraps. Just so that it's locked in there really good. You can use your favorite head cement or lacquer as well if you don't have bone dry. Alrighty. Now grab my curing light here. And we'll cure that up real quick here. Doesn't take long to cure this bone dry, a few seconds. Alrighty. There we go, folks. Done deal. And that is a size 12 gray nymph searching pattern. Very simple little fly to tie, nothing to it really. Very few steps. Good beginner fly as well. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this tutorial and you tie a few of these up and give them a whirl. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you'd like to subscribe, hit the good old subscribe button there. Appreciate it. And if you have any comments, throw them down below because I read each and every one on all my videos. And appreciate y'all for watching. See if I can get a little close up there. There we go. And until next time, folks, like I always say, happy tying out there. I shall see you again soon. And so long for now, folks.